All right, so I don't have my stand, so I hope you guys can see this well, but I wanted to make a little video on a seining stick. So if you're not familiar with what a seining stick is, perhaps you've heard the term smudge. We at the farm use seining because that is a European word versus smudge is specifically Native American or, I mean, North American indigenous. So me being a super white person, I make sure that I use a European term so as not to offend or out of respect for others. What I have collected here, now they've been cut for a couple hours, but what I've collected here are really great antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal type herbs. So I've got some oregano here. I've got mugwort, which is our dreaming herb. I put some thyme in here, which is flowered, and that'll make it look really nice. And then I also have these dried lavender sticks. They've been debudded, so they're already dry, and you guys are going to get this as like a bonus in your bundle or your CSA this month because Wandering Lavender Farms gave us that, and so it's a great thing to use for them. It's a discard or a throwaway compostable type herb, but for us it can be used in the Saining Bundle, and it is really, really wonderful. So a lot of times I'll put that in the center, and then you can always add some towards the front if you want, or some of them that you have might actually have little buds on them. So you bundle this all together, and it really doesn't matter how you bundle it, just you're going to hold it tight, and you're going to get some, I like juke cord, but whatever you decide to use, as long as it will burn and it's not super flammable. So don't use any plastic type materials. Make sure it's a natural material. You're going to leave a tail about 3 inches or so long, and what I do is I hold it. A lot of times I do hold it with my thumb and I go this way, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to attempt to hold it with my fingers, and I'm going to go around 3 times at the base, and I want to try to catch that tail in the base so that it holds it in place. And then I'm going to go up the bundle, and I'm just going to squeeze nice and tight, because if you don't do it tightly, then as it dries, it'll loosen up. Now you can leave it wild like this if you want and trim off the top, or you can bend it down, take your rope all the way to the top, and then you're going to cross over and come down. So you're basically just making sure that all those herbs are nice and snug in there, and you're going to come back down to your tail. Once you've come down to your tail, now it's perfect for tying. So a lot of times I will leave it on the bundle because you don't always know exactly how much you're going to use. And then once you've tied that, you can cut your tails and you can clean this up. Get something a little bit bigger here. I like a nice finished edge on the bottom, and then you can kind of cut any scragglies away, and then also the same for around here if you want, or you can leave it wild. You can leave it unfinished at the top. It's whatever you want. And then you're just going to leave this to dry for the next few weeks, or throw it on your dehydrator and it'll be done in about a day or 2.